Welcome back. In this video, I want to give you an overview of a typical week. So we'll use Module 1 or Week 1. And in the previous video, we talked about the course information and the pages to buy or print resources. So then you can see after that, it goes to Module 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So those are the content you'll be working with each week. Everything you need each week is here as well. So let's click on Module 1. Now I've also changed myself to student mode, so it looks a little bit more. You will see it. There's a completion bar here, and there's a little brief description for each week. And then there's a page for what we're doing this week. I always have a little cartoon or image. This is a cat saying mew, mew. Mew is a Greek letter that we use for mean in statistics. And then there's a little overview, some context, and then what sections of the book it corresponds with, what activities we'll be doing, and what outcomes or what things you'll be learning. And then there often is some optional stuff, and then looking ahead to next week. The overview for the week. Then the next thing you'll see is the lecture and notes. So I showed you the lecture pages, the notes pages. There's also an overview here of what we'll be learning. And then let's say you'd rather just print as you go or use the Word docs. You're welcome to do that too. So here's just the Module 1 notes, just it's the first 7 pages for Module 1. Or there's a Word doc. So if you click on that, it'll download a Word doc that you can. Okay, also for your reference, I have the filled in notes. So these are the notes we're writing in the videos. So in case you want to refer, oh, I just forgot, or I can't read my writing, how did they write it? Anything like that, you can refer to. Okay, your notes won't be turned in. Those are for your use only. You'll be turning in the activity worksheets. Okay, so then we have the video. So you can see it looks just like the notes. And these were made, some of them are made by a teacher friend of mine, Julia Trude, and some of them are by me. So it's a combination. And we also have this, it's called an Able Player, or you can make it faster, slower, put on the captions. We do have captions from PCC, so they're not the auto captions. So we have really good captions for these, and this is wonderful because you can pause it, rewatch it. So here are all the videos for the first week. It's probably 7 pages. And then we have a lot of optional material. So we have the textbook and the slides that go with the textbook. I do sometimes do things differently than the textbook does, though, so just be aware of that. I recommend using our materials first and asking me for questions first. All of this is totally extra and optional. There's Khan Academy, there's TED Talks, things like that. So please don't feel overwhelmed by this. You can just ignore it and just go right to here if you choose. But a lot of people have taught statistics online and they've developed all these resources over time. So I kept them in there. You're welcome to use them, but you don't have to. Okay, so in our weekly pattern, you're watching the videos and taking notes. That's the first thing. I'm gonna go back. We're working through this checklist. Now this is unique to the first week. I've got a little introduction to the data set that we'll be using for a lot of our worksheets. I want to look at a real issue and use real data. So this is a data set for people that have been shot and killed by the police. I'm going to be studying this. I am interested in having multiple data sets so people have a choice. So I do understand that this is a heavy topic and it can be triggering if this is your life experience, you're dealing with this all the time. So I am interested in working with people who are looking for a different data set, and I'm going to work on finding another data set so that we can look at different topics, maybe climate change, maybe housing, maybe food insecurity, things like that. So I will write this in here as well. feel free to reach out to me. After that, so each week we'll have 1 to 3 check your understanding quizzes, and these are due on Thursdays. And you have unlimited tries. It talks about that. Unlimited for those. The shortcut is up above. If you just want to click on quizzes, you can go do it that way as well. But everything is also like at the exact point we need it. Okay, then we have our participation worksheet or activity worksheet. This is what is going with the data set in a lot of cases. So I've got the data set here in Excel and Google format. The reason we're using the one here and not from the website is I've downloaded it. It's being updated all the time. So I've downloaded it so that we're all using the same data set and we can all get the same number, so you can double check that you're doing it. These worksheets are in the course packet, or you can access them here. And then you can see there's some questions about our data set, listing the variables, all the things that we're learning about in chapter 1, we're applying this data set. And then there's some other things that are not just example problems that aren't related to the data set. Okay, so I'll have one of those each week. And then we've got the blanks, PDF, and also the Word version. And then we also have the key. Okay, so do it first and then check your answers with the key. Okay, these worksheets will go towards your participation grade at the midterm and final. You can bring them with you if you take the test with me, or you can upload them if you're taking it with another proctor. Okay, let's keep going through module 1. Okay, the next thing I would suggest doing is the online homework. And that is My Open Math. I'll show you that in a future video. This is a link that takes you there. And then the next thing is a graded problem set. So you have an assignment for each week. It is usually front and back, so it's not super long. Just about a week's worth that covers our weekly material. So here's some instructions. There's a video for how to scan and upload. And then there is also the PDF and the Word versions. You have this in your packet if you printed it or bought it. And then here is also a PDF and a Word version. So you could type it if you. And you'll be uploading that by Monday night, the next Monday night. And then at the very bottom, it's below my recording window. So let me move this down. The very last thing, which you could do at any time during the week, is to ask a question. So if it's a specific My Open Math question, I'll show you the forums in there. They have a great forum system where we can all help each other. If it's something more general, content-wise, feel free to ask it here. And it takes you to a discussion place where you can start a new thread. And you can also make this one anonymous. I don't have the My Open Math option as anonymous because if someone has a question, it really helps me to see your numbers and see what you've tried. And that way I can help you. I can kind of figure out what you might be thinking, and then I can help you that way. If that's anonymous, then it's really hard for me to know, okay, is it a computer issue or is it something the student is trying? So that's why I don't have it set up anonymously in My Open Math, but I do here in D2L. I'm very friendly as far as questions though, so I won't be judging you on any questions that you ask. Okay, so that is the first module. And then, like I said, up here, these are the shortcuts. So if you just want to jump to an assignment or a discussion or content or quiz, then you can do that as well. Let me just look and see if there's anything else I want to mention. The midterm and final weeks are a little bit different. There we have no new content, but we have midterm practice. And then a place for if you're taking the test with B, you'll be bringing it with you. Or, of course, you can also upload it as well. but then if you're taking your test with a different proctor, then you can upload it. Okay. Great. Well, I will see you in the next video for My Open Math. If you have any questions in the meantime, please reach out, and I look forward to working with you this term.